let's do a video. Something that always intrigues me. You know how a lot of these sites, you can give a like to a comment or video or a meme or whatever, a post basically. So it's like, what makes us give likes to certain posts? What is it? Let's try to discuss this, shall we? Why do I do it? Hmm. I usually, the kind of like, the kind of posts I give likes to tends to be kind of, if someone says something really crazy, even though it's like insane, but it's like, I'll give that a like. That's like totally insane, and I just love that. Someone's like, I don't know, someone's like just totally shows their nude body on the on the timeline. It's like, well, that's gutsy. All right, I'll give that a like. That's just insane. So sometimes I'll give that a like, or yeah. Sometimes if someone needs a like, you can kind of tell. Sometimes like people seem so pissed off and so angry about the world. So what I'll do is I'll go and start giving their pictures and likes. Why? Just to make them feel better. Because people like when they get likes. So I go and just give them likes. So I'll like a lot of pictures. Why do I do that? Just to make them feel better. Because I'm a nice guy. Yeah, actually, we'll do that if I see someone like just kind of needing it. Sometimes someone just said something. It's certain people that I like to comment on, because I don't know, it's just hard to describe. But then I'll see the other posts that people give likes to. Certain people always like anything that they say. You know what I mean? It's like regardless of what you post, people are gonna give you likes on whatever you say. You can say the most stupidest thing, and it's like, it's funny though, because someone will say the complete stupidest thing, and there will always be someone who'll be like, "Yeah, I agree with that." I always look at the comments just to see if I'm right. Though, is someone gonna agree with that? It's always someone who agrees. It's always a yes man. So I see that. Let's see what else there. Yeah, certain people. It's like, yeah. I think sometimes it's good people likes just to say, I like you as a person, and I like, so I'll give you likes on your pictures. So notice me because I like you, and I hope you notice me liking your stuff. So you like me too because I'm liking your stuff. I don't know. Is there another one? I don't know. No, but there's some that I generally, I think someone said something that generally I agree with. I will give it a like. It's not that hard to give a like to something, and if someone doesn't have any likes, I'll give them a like. But most people don't do that. I hardly get any likes, but you don't see people kind of like wanting to give me likes because I don't have any likes. Because people don't care. You think people are good? No, they're not. They are not. That's the truth. There are some people that try to be decent and better than most. I think there are people who try to be kind and try to do that because I think they feel it's important to do that. Maybe that's just the way they're raised, but I've seen those kind of people. They're very wanting to be kind, and they're really wanting to be generous, and So I've seen that. But I think most people are not. I think they struggle to be kind and good, and they pick their battles. They pick where they're gonna be kind and who to be kind to, and so they'll do it in weird ways. Like they'll care about the same thing, or some kind of weird thing happens, and then so they'll care, or so they'll be like, "Oh, I really care about the world." But you just care about this one thing, but you don't care about some other things because you obviously don't care about everything. You just want to make you feel like you care, or you give money to charity or to someone, and then you feel like I'm a good person because I give money to someone or something, or to charity, or in that little red that red little tub thing at Christmas, the Salvation Army thing, or something like that. But yeah, it's like if you tell people, well, if you keep shooting carbon in the air, it's gonna destroy everybody. You think you tell people that, they wouldn't care. They just keep doing it. You think people will stop driving tomorrow if you said that? No, because people always think, no, it's not gonna affect us in the long run. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it'll melt a little bit of ice, cause a little bit of hurricane here and there. It'll kill a few people. Some, this and that. Some floods. It'll cause some floods, kill a few people. But it's the price of business. right? You know, people don't really care. They just don't care most of the time, and then they pick a time to care, and then they don't care most of the time, and then they pick that little small amount of time to care about something when everybody else cares about, and then they just go on not caring again. But they'll care about their family. They'll be like, I care about my family. That means I'm a caring person. Well, of course, you care about your family and your friends. You know, you bonded with them. It's like dogs like you too if you feed them. You know, you feed anybody or whatever, they like you. As if you're nice to them, they're nice to you back or whatever. You know, even if you're mean to them, they still kind of like you or love you, just because of that bonding. Even if you beat them and how these families are. It's people, parents who abuse the kids, and the kids still stick around. Or a wife sticks around, the husband beats them or something. They still stick around. But you know what I mean, yeah. So what was this about? Really about why we give likes to certain things? I think people just want people to notice them. It's like, notice my like. I'm giving you a like because I like you and you should like me back because I just giving you a like. It's just weird. I think people need to be followers. They have this need to follow someone and be yes men and just kind of agree with someone. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like that old Gaston and LeFou kind of dynamic. That's the Beauty and the Beast thing. It's like Gaston, like this handsome, he's not the nicest guy, but LeFou's kind of like he's yes man, and like and gushing over him, over Gaston, and agrees with everything he says, and there's always that. It's always that dynamic, and that's the dynamic of most of these things that when people give you likes, because they're your LeFou to your Gaston. Basically, that's what it is. It's like, but I'll give likes to crazy posts. If you say something weird and crazy and you seem very desperate, I'll give you a like. Or if you, yeah, or if you like make a mistake and you kind of correct it, I will give that mistake a like. 'Cause that's funny. People actually try to correct the mistake that you in another comment. That's funny. That's funny to me. If you're being funny or just kind of silly or just kind of inept, I will give that a like because I like that. I like when people suck. No, I don't. I don't really like when people suck. Actually, no, I don't like that. But when people show their real selves, do I like that? Nah, because most people's real selves are sucky people. What do I like? I don't know. Yeah. So why do we give likes to things? Yeah, I think a lot of people give likes to pretty girls, like men do, and it's like, and then women are like, thank you, and then I'll be like, and men will comment, oh, you're so beautiful, and then ladies will be like, oh God, like, oh no, thank you, it's so nice of you to say. It's like, everybody tells you that you're beautiful, but still, I get it. You still feel like, well, you went out and gave that nice comment, and you're saying something nice about me, so you're trying to make me feel good about, but though, it's just kind of for your own means, trying to make me like you or something by saying those nice things, and so one dab a dib do. No, you see, but if you overthink it, then it's just weird, Yeah, I don't know. Some people, there are some people on social media that I actually like when they post because they say kind of interesting things, or some people do. Some people are just kind of naturally kind of not just a pod person. They're actually a thinking person, and I like that. So I look forward to those guys posting and reading what they gotta say, and then the kind of the comments. And I like to read like the thread and how people like react to that, and how they react to people reacting. That I like. I'm just curious because I'm always curious about how people like react to things, how they will react to things. It kind of teaches you about people. How we react to things says so much about who we are. So that's one of the reasons why I'm on social media. I like to see how people like interact with each other and react to each other. That's that's interesting to me. It's like you can kind of guess how people are gonna react. That's just kind of too simplistic. And generalized. But it's like, yeah, well, some people can react differently. It's like, yeah, it's very very interesting. Some people will react to things like this, like Ashton Kutcher and Mila. helping their friend out. It's like, of course they're gonna help their friend out. He's their friend. They grew up with the guy. It's like just because you're like being convicted doesn't mean like people should stop loving you. If you like being like convicted and you go to jail, at least you should have someone love you. It's like, but that's the problem with America. Americans don't have any compassion. You know what I mean? They just and the people always want to. Why is America the way it is? It's because people are the way they are. They're fair weather people. They just, they like you for some reason, and they will hate you for this another reason. They will like you, and then they will hate you, and then, it's like what happened with Mel Gibson. It's like, a man makes one mistake, he goes and people kind of say, well, I've done that too. I've kind of gone crazy and said weird things, but I'm not. I don't think I'm an evil person. So maybe he's not an evil person, but they don't think that. They just go, well, he shit. I think because people are too judgy because their own morality. They know that they themselves are bad people inside. They're capable of badness, so they try to go, well, I'm really against people doing bad things, and I will not put up with that. Just to overcompensate to kind of hide the fact that they themselves are guilty of a lot of things too. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's this kind of, yeah, they kind of try too hard. It's like the sin cast the first stone. It's always the ones who are sinful who will be the first to kind of judge others. That's just, it is. So if you want to know who's kind of full of sin, it's usually the ones that are too judgy. Chances are, yeah, usually the ones who like don't really commit a lot of sin tend to be kinder, more compassion. The ones who commit less sin or kind of good people, they tend to be less judgy, and they won't judge you like that, and they'll show you more compassion. The ones that are kind of judgy, those are the ones that they have a lot of character flaws, and they overcompensate by detesting evil and bad things, and people do bad things because they themselves do bad things, but they hide it. So, but attacking Ashton and Wheeler for defending their friend that's silly. It's like if I had a friend who was gonna go to jail, I would try everything to try to help them, make it easier for them. If I need to write a reference, it's like they're my friend. Why am I friends with them? Because they have certain qualities that I like. It's like we're all good people, but capable of kind of weird moments. Maybe he had a weird moment, Danny, and but it doesn't say that his whole life is this thing. People always judge you on like one kind of thing you do. It's like being a hero. You can go through a whole life of anti-hero-ness and silliness, and you do one good thing, and then all of a sudden you're a hero. Your whole life is seen as heroic, even though you just did one good thing. Same thing with bad things. You go and you do like a whole life of good things, but you do one bad thing, and then their life is seen as bad. It's like this evil life. You're an evil person just because you do one bad thing. It's just so weird about that kind of judgment. It's just, but that's the craziness of being on this planet. And that's why things go all weird. It's like, why are things so weird? Why are people the way they are and treat each other the way? Because people don't know how to be right. Because they just let the stuff go on. It's kind of weird ways of being towards each other. It just goes on, and no one actually checks themselves and thinks about what they're doing and go, maybe I should be a little kinder. Maybe I should be less judgy. It's like, yeah, we're all capable of bad things. It's like we have moments where we just kind of go crazy and we just do bad things, and then hopefully people will forgive you. It's gone. It's in the past. It's spilt milk. You gonna cry over it, Then people go on and on about it. It's like you don't even know these people. They all go on and on about the Danny thing and Mila and Ashton. It's like you don't know these people. Let them be. Just because they're famous now, you gotta get involved in their own lives. Now, why would they if they weren't famous? It'd be two people trying to help their friend. And what's so wrong with that? But he's evil. He can't get away with it. Don't try to help evil people. If you help evil people, you too are evil. No, that's not how it works. Usually people who help evil people tend to be good people who have compassion. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, it's like the whole Christian value thing. It's a Christian thing to help people even though they're like not worthy of of goodness. That's a Christian value. I'm sure there's a parable in the Bible towards that. You know, even though people are bad to you, you still be good to them. It's a good way of being, isn't it? You don't have to have them run over you, but you can still be good to them and not be that evil person. Don't you become a bad person just because you know. Yeah, it's a lot of, people just don't know. You would think, they have like so many years in their life and minutes, and they can think about things and try to figure out the right thing to do, the right things to say, the right things, but they don't. They just kind of just spend time getting Botox and coloring their hair and driving around, spreading carbon with their cars, and and drinking beer and going to restaurants, and vacations, and hotels, smoking and vaping, and all those things people do. Like they keep doing.